witness the promotion of Senior Master Sergeant Angela D. Ash to the rank of Chief Master Sergeant. The rank of Chief Master Sergeant was created by Congress as part of the Career Compensation Act of 1958 and is a direct byproduct of the explosion in technology that took place during and immediately following World War II. The services found a need for enlisted personnel with advanced technical qualifications who were assuming responsibilities of authority. Air Force promoted the first Chief Master Sergeant effective 1 December 1959. Throughout the ceremony, you will be given cues to stand or be seated at the appropriate times. As a reminder, during the national anthem, military members should stand at attention and civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart. We are honored to have with us, as our presiding official for today's ceremony, Brigadier General Andra Berry, the Adjutant General, Nevada National Guard. Sharing this special occasion today are many family and friends. We are extremely honored to have in attendance Sergeant Ash's family, which includes her children, Ashley and Annette, her grandson, Corey, Annette's partner, George, her parents, Earl and Eloise Ash, her sister Jennifer, partner James, and cousins Dot, Vanessa, Randall, LaFonda, and Daniel. Sergeant Ash would also like to welcome our special guests, Brigadier General Zachary Dozier, Land Component Commander, Nevada Army National Guard. Colonel Dave Manson, Director of Staff, Nevada Air National Guard. Colonel Eric Wade, Wing Commander, 152nd Airlift Wing. Colonel Jacob Hammonds, Vice Wing Commander, 152nd Airlift Wing. Chief Master Sergeant Mark Presina, Command Chief, 152nd Airlift Wing. All other commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, fellow airmen, and retirees in attendance today. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the national anthem sung by Dr. Ted Sim, followed by the invocation given by Chaplain Shay Gilligan. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sim.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regulate the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land for the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Dr. Sim.
Please join me in a word of prayer if you would. And I always like to say this because I know not everybody believes, but if you wouldn't mind just joining me in a brief moment of silence, that would be good too. God, what an awesome weekend to be a high roller. You've taken us through so much over the course of the years. You've brought us to where we are today. And really, this weekend has just been a parade of excellence. And what a way to cap it off with the promotion of Sergeant Ash. God, I count her as a friend. And I have known her for many years. And so to see her blossom into what's now going to be into the position of a chief, oh my goodness. My heart is full of joy. Thank you for everything you've done with her over the years, the lives that she's blessed through her leadership. She is a woman of character. She's a woman of faith. And she's a woman that if ever you are in need, you can give her a call. What attributes for a chief? You've already given her everything she needs, God, just like your word says that you would, that you've given us every good thing that we need to live a righteous life. And you've given those things to her. So I give you thanks. I look forward with anticipation all the things she's going to do for us as a chief, the way she's going to usher in the high rollers into even higher success than what we've already achieved, God. Thank you so much for everything you've done through Angela, excuse me. And man, we just look forward to everything that you're going to do through her, for the high rollers, through her family, who's here to celebrate her today, and through her high roller family. It's everything that we pray, God. We give you all thanks in your most holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chaplain Gilliam. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce you to the presiding official of today's ceremony. Oh, yeah. That was right after thank you. Let's try that again. Okay, it is now my distinct pleasure to introduce you to the presiding official of today's ceremony, Brigadier General Andra Berry.
I think, first of all, thank you for adding me to throw you off. How's everybody doing? Good, sir. Huge weekend, right? Huge weekend. And we didn't have as many people have to change the command for tag. So, yeah, we did. But we probably should have used the International Dave Manson fuel cell for this because there's so many people here. Is Dave Manson here? Where's he at? You guys make him poke every chance you get. First of all, I just want to take the time to, again, thank the high rollers for what you've done this weekend. It's been a phenomenal weekend. It's, I even say historic in terms of promotions. You're trying to get the mission done. You're trying to get work done on a day-to-day basis. You made, where's the 2 new colonels at? We have 2 new colonels here. One's there. Where's Tom Funky? Is he recovered? Okay, all right. You tell him I asked you about him, okay? No, don't do that. He'll freak out. But again, I just want to say thank you for what all of you have done to make this a phenomenal weekend. We got so many compliments yesterday about the professionalism, about the cleanliness of the base, about how well it looks. A lot of the community had seen this. So I have all of you to thank for that. So thank you, Chief Brazina. Thank you. All the people around here. So let me say first of all to the family that is here. This is huge, by the way. And to have the opportunity to promote somebody from Senior Master Sergeant to Chief, I asked Dave Manson this question earlier. We only have, I believe, 26 chiefs in this organization of almost 1,300 people. And it says a lot when you're ready to elevate to the next level of leadership with the in the military. When we talk about Senior Master Sergeant Ash, started off active duty, 1984, and had to go through that thing called basic training. I believe you were first assigned to Alaska. then made a smart decision, said, this active duty stuff's a little crazy, let me join the Guard, and came into our organization as an information management, and has worked for commanders, has worked in as a first sergeant, has worked on the Honor Guard, has worked in C4 plans, has worked for ESGR, has worked for TAP. I mean, just a plethora of experience. In her current assignment, she's also on the Title V side in knowledge management specialist. But the bigger thing that we're here today, she works as the human resource advisor for the wing commander for the Nevada Air National Guard. Here's what is critical to get when we start talking about going to these highest levels of leadership. First of all, we have priorities in the state. And the first priority is readiness. How well do you support and align with where we're going as an organization? Outstanding. Another one that's important to us is our involvement in the community, our partnerships. Outstanding. I believe you do something when it comes to like Dress for Success. They said you were on some kind of Army marathon team. She's a avid runner, physical fitness person. So excellent there. When we talk about care for the airmen and the families, hands down, one of the most important things you can do as a leader in this organization. I will even say, how many chiefs we got in here? Raise your hands. Where the chiefs at? Because I'm calling all of you out. Okay, because stand up, chiefs. Stand up, chiefs. I want everybody to look at the chiefs that are in here. You can go ahead and stand up because you're going to get there in a minute. Go ahead. And we got the retired Chief Patterson in here too. Give him a big hand, right? And we got. Come up here. Come up here. Yeah, I know. Give me a chance to say Dickerson. He used to work with his wife, Kayleen. I'm right. I know I got a lot going on. But, what? Oh, I see you over there. Here's the thing. When you tag, you just do anything. So, I just think it's important. You know, she didn't know what she was getting when she selected me. But I think it's important for people to understand these are the shoulders on which the people who are standing right now stand upon. They were committed. They will call you out. They held you accountable. They believed in this organization. They took care of the airmen. But in their hearts, they had a love for this organization. Why do I do this? Because this is the example I am so proud to point out. Thank you for what you've done. We are better because of the time that you were here. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'll get right back on script. Okay, I can have a seat. So here's the other thing that's important to us as an organization. Diversity and inclusion. She's currently the human resource advisor for the wing, but is also the top person that is responsible for holding us accountable for diversity and inclusion. Outstanding with that. And then the last one we talk about is force development. I believe when you would aspire to have a position of leadership in this great organization, you have to stretch, you have to grow, you have to expand, you have to make sure you're constantly poured into yourself, because everybody wins when a leader gets better. So if you're not doing the things and setting the example and doing what it takes and making sure that you're bringing the better practices to make this organization the best, we can't keep up, we can't stay relevant. Excellent at that. So now I just want to talk just for a second about what it means to be a chief. And this is the call to action. This is the call to action. She has met all the requirements. She has met all the expectations. If you look around this room based off of who is here today, you know that you have somebody who's very unique and special to this organization. But when you choose to go after the position of Chief Master Sergeant in the United States Air Force, what this means is, first of all, most of all, you take care of the airmen. We are nothing without the airmen. That is critical, crucial to the success of this mission. That is the most important thing you can do. And we leave no airmen behind, not just in theater, not just downrange, but right here at home at all times. The second thing is you have to be the role model. You have to be the example. When they want to look at excellence, they have to look at you. They have to know that that's what I aspire to be. All of us aspire to go to somewhere in our life to be better. And the chiefs have to set the tone, have to set the example. Next thing I'll talk about, you have to grow and learn. You have to grow and learn. the best practices of this organization still have not been invented. We need our Chief Master Sergeants to be the leader of leaders. That's what we expect and that's what we ask. Next thing is you're an influencer. They always are watching you. And there's always a target on the back of a chief, right? Mm-hmm. Which is okay because you said, bring it on. Bring it on because that's what I'm called to do. So you're an influencer. Next thing, your job is to inspire them. Let them know. I don't care what anybody else feels, but let them know. Without a doubt, I don't care what else you think. This is, by far, one of the greatest organizations in the entire world. I'll put us up against anybody. That's what our chiefs have to hold on to. Am I right about that? Y'all better let me know. Okay. All right. And at any time, if anybody tells you anything different, then you have to ask the chiefs, what do we need to do to hold the line and protect this democracy and this flag and this great organization? That's your job as a chief. Next thing is you help cast the vision. We may set that at the higher leadership, but you help cast the vision. What happens when the people have no vision? They what, Chaplain? They say it again? Perish. They perish. And so our job is to ensure when they come here and want to talk about a BRAC or talk about sequestration, that they will say, not on the high rollers, not on your watch can that happen. For such a time as this, you've been put here. You've been tapped on the shoulder. You've been anointed. You've been appointed to make a great difference to this organization. So you have to influence. You have to inspire, cast a vision, because your purpose is to be a chief. I congratulate you for all that you have done. You have a proven track record of success. You have raised the bar. You have elevated us. And the Nevada Air National Guard will be better when Senior Master Sergeant Angela Ash makes chief. Thank you very much.
But you got so excited you left the stage, so you're going to come back up. And then, sorry, Ash. Sorry, Ash, if you would come forward, please. Whew, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as General Barry promotes Sergeant Ash to the rank of Chief Master Sergeant. Attention to orders. Special Order AE 47, dated 14 July 2019. The Adjutant General of Nevada has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of Senior Master Sergeant Angela D. Ash. In view of the special qualities and her demonstrated potential to serve in the higher grade, Sergeant Ash is promoted to the grade of Chief Master Sergeant, Nevada Air National Guard, effective 14 July 2019. At ease.
Before you say anything, can I say one more thing so you get yourself together there? I didn't see Joe Chinnick, I didn't see Giles right there, and I see, was anybody else there? This Clark, Jim Clark. All right, thank y'all so much for coming. That tells you how big this is. I mean, these are like the pounders, okay? These are the ones that built this house, and so thank y'all so much for coming. Thank you much. All right, you together now?
I think so.
All right.
Thank you, General Barry, and ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Would Mr. Ash and Corey please come forward for the placing of the insignia?
Her father is Army veteran, by the way. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, gentlemen. Would Ashley and Annette please come forward for the placing of the insignia? Thank you, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. At this time, will General Berry please come forward to administer the reaffirmation of oath of enlistment?
I
I, Angela Sash,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Nevada
and the state of Nevada
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders
and I will obey the orders
of the President
of the President
of the United States
of the United States
and the Governor of Nevada,
and the Governor of Nevada,
and the orders
and the orders
of the officers
of the officers
appointed over me
appointed over me
according to law
according to law
and regulations.
and regulations.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, General Berry. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We're going to move on to a couple of presentations by different chiefs group. I have to tell you, Angela, or Chief Ash, sorry. People are throwing things at me, cards, flowers, add this name, this person's coming in, so it might get a little choppy, but we'll do our best. All right, Chief Master Sergeant Tabitha Hartman will now come forward to make a special presentation on behalf of the Chiefs group.
On behalf of the Chiefs Council, there's your first chief performance claim. You do that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Hartman. Chief Master Sergeant Sean Plunkett will now come forward to make another special presentation on behalf of the Chiefs group.
All right, so it's been a long time. It is my pleasure on behalf of the current chiefs and especially all the past chiefs to say congratulations and present this to you as a reminder to always stay humble.
Thank you, Chief Plunkett. Now a special presentation by Senior Master Sergeant Jeffrey.
So on behalf of retired Chief Master Sergeant Denise Zielinski Hall, she could not be here today, but she wanted to know that she's very proud of you and she loves you, and this is for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you, for the first time, Chief Master Sergeant Angela D. Ash.
Thank you all so much. First, giving glory to God, because through Him all things are possible. I never thought ever that this would happen. But giving that glory to God. I've prepared some words, and I think I'm going to have to use them so I don't make a mess of myself. Thank you, General Berry. You've always been a great mentor to me. I really appreciate you being my presiding official. Thank you, General Dozier, for being here. What an honor. Thank you. Colonel Manson, thank you very much for being here. Colonel Hammonds, congratulations on your promotion. I'm so proud that you are here with us. And thank you for being here. Chief Brazina.
Yes, ma'am.
My man. Thank you, sir.
Love you.
I appreciate that you all have the faith in me to honor the Chief Corps.
No doubt.
With this position. Thank you. I am humbled and honored to stand before you as the Chief Master Sergeant for the 152nd Airlift Wing. The people of the 152nd Airlift Wing are amazing, and I am just truly honored. I I'd like to thank my foundation, my mother and father. They created me. They were the ones, along with my grandparents, that made me feel so special that I could make everyone else feel special. They did that. Thank you. To my beautiful daughters, Ashley and Annette, my purpose and my joy. Thank you for always supporting me and loving me. You are amazing women. I'm so very proud of you. My little guy, Corey, that's my star. My grandfather called me star when I was growing up, and he is my star. You are amazing, and I can't wait to see what a wonderful man you grow to. James, thank you for your love and support. You guys need to shake his hand because y'all don't know. I have no idea. He keeps me together. He's my rock. Thank you, babe. I'd like to publicly thank all the officers, chiefs, and airmen that have come to me and said, we see you in this role. Because I didn't always see myself in this role. I thank you all. And I've talked to you individually about that. I'd like to thank the people, the men that were here when I first joined. General Chinnick, General Clark, Colonel Treehall, Chief Patterson, Chief Dickerson, Chief Turnow. You saw something in me. You saw me. You acknowledged me. You pushed me. You encouraged me, and I thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I plan on doing the same for the airmen here. Thank you. I am blessed to have some friends here that aren't associated with the military. People that I've known forever since I've moved to Reno. Jean, Kathy, all of you. I love you all. Thank you. I have my buddy Larry here. That's my running buddy. Larry's in his 70s and he's done the Boston Marathon 3 times? 3 times. I trained with him. I trained with this gentleman and his beautiful wife. Thank you. I also have neighbors, friends that have always encouraged me, and I really appreciate that. I want you to know what you can expect of me as a chief. I've always wanted to serve the airmen of this organization, so I consider myself a servant leader. I am always available. I make myself available to the airmen, and I want to support you all. I will always acknowledge you. We are a team. We have over 1,100 members in our organization, and all of you are important to this mission, every single one of you. We can't excel without you. What this means is that we need to train together, we need to learn together, we need to grow, and we need to participate in all the activities on base. We have to fight and complete our mission. When we lose a member to suicide, sexual assault, drug abuse, DUIs, or just having someone mentally check out, it is a fatality for our unit. And we cannot let that happen. People are precious. Planes, trucks, bullets we can melt down. We cannot replace an airman. I will be inclusive. Every airman brings a unique talent, background, and ideas. We need all of you to be innovative. I'm so lucky to work with the airmen that I work with. They're brilliant. And if you just take the time to talk to our airmen, you will find that out. I am currently the 25th chief currently on this base. And I'd like to challenge the chiefs. If we each took 15 minutes on a guard drill and talked to an airman, we could cover 1,600 airmen. 1,600, and we have less than that. If we added the senior master sergeants, we have 45 of them currently. That's 70 people. It would take 5 minutes to ask, how are you? How's your family? Do you like your job? Is there something I can help you with? Is there something you want to learn? That short amount of time, we could touch every single airman, and we've got to do it. We've got to do it. I will be passionate. Those of you that know me, you know I'm pretty passionate. I'm so proud of the conflict commander that I work with. He encourages our airmen to be innovative and to come up with new ideas. And we all need to do that. When an airman feels good at work, that airman takes that home, just like if he feels bad at work, he takes that home. That affects the family. That affects our community. We need to be better with our airmen. I'd like to say that there's something that I expect of the airmen of this organization as well. Remember the small details. They're so critical. When you turn in a wrench or you're building a building, those details are so critical. So of course, if you're not properly supporting or representing your uniform, you're not paying attention to the details. If you can't pass your fitness test, you are not taking care of the mission and you are not ready. We need you to be ready. These are amazing times. And I tell you, we've got some amazing things coming up. And we have to be ready, and we have to do it as a team. I'm so excited about the future leadership. I really am. And I am honored to become a chief at this moment in time. There's no better time. I'm so happy. And I truly am blessed to be a Chief Master Sergeant for the 152nd Airmen, and I will do you proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Ash. The men and women of the United States Air Force and the Air National Guard are proud of Chief Master Sergeant Ash and look forward to working with her as she takes on new challenges. General Barry invites everyone to join him in congratulating Chief Ash and her family through a receiving line. This concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending and having a wonderful, wonderful afternoon.